Hello my friends, this is Shrek, the One-Eyed Gamer, and we're back again with Hardcore 100. This is episode number 6, I believe it is. I've scrapped the idea of it being 80 kills and up, because it's been like 2 weeks or something since I've had like an 80 plus kill game, so nah, it seems to be getting quite tricky. I've not really had a super beast game in quite a while, so I thought with the Hardcore 100 series, I thought it might be better now to maybe not share the highest scoring game, but maybe the most kick-ass games where the potential of a 100 plus is there. And this game does it. This game I dropped my first ever triple swarm, so that was pretty beast. See, I picked up a Chicom from off the ground for I don't know really why. Just I seen it sitting there, so that I'm picking this up just for the fun of it. So I go on quite a good streak with the Chicom. It actually leads up to my VSAT, so it was pretty cool. But then once I get to my VSAT, I thought, right, I'm going to switch back to the Peacekeeper, my more reliable weapon. So I don't want to ruin out on a swarm just because I use some other type of weapon. But I think it's got the red dot, the silencer, and the extended mag on it. I think it is with the Chicom. So it was pretty cool. So yeah, triple swarm. I think the gameplay. I think it's a 71 and 9. And there was a sniper lying prone there like a little douchebag. Free kill for me, thanks. This game, everything just kind of went right for me in this game. So I get my first 2 swarms. I get my first swarm, and then I just cycle through to the next one with relative ease. It was just one of those really good games. I think I go in like a 23 gun streak or something as well, and I die. It was a kind of a stupid death. Some guy just appeared from nowhere and popped me in the ass. So popped me in the face, in fact. But I thought I would maybe try and share, because there's some people out there who have never had a swarm, or they've maybe only had maybe 1 or 2, and I kind of want to share how I do it, and what the best way to get a swarm is if you've never had one before. I thought I would maybe try and do that, just kind of a few little things that I do that helps me get a swarm. You know, because I've been running the swarm quite a lot recently, just for fun, just to try and see if I can get swarms on a consistent basis, which I have. I think over the weekend there, I think I racked up about 10 or 12 swarms or something, and well, 3 of them were in this game, so that was pretty good. So the best tip, obviously the best score streaks to run when going for a swarm, I think is what I'm using this one, you know, UAV, VSAT and swarm. Yeah, I think obviously the best way to get a swarm is obviously to know where your enemies are, and to, you know, pick them off and kill them, which is simply the easiest way. And you get your UAV and VSAT assists, which it racks up quite a lot of points for you. And once you it's difficult if you're just going for one swarm. Like, once you get your first swarm, it's relatively easy to get your next swarms. I must admit, because that see how quick it was there between the first swarm and the second swarm. So the best advice, yeah, UAV, VSAT, swarm. That's it. And once you get your VSAT, something that I've tried to not do now, when I get my VSAT up, it used to be I would feel kind of like a super soldier. I know exactly where the enemy are. I know exactly where the enemies are and where they're moving. So I used to just kind of charge forward, you know, like a maniac, and that's where I die. I kind of charge forward like a maniac and try and spray, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 enemies at a time, and it doesn't work. It kills you. You die. You will die. So when your VSAT's up, that is when you want to play a lot more conservative, and a little bit more kind of take your time. And what I do when the VSAT's up, obviously I look at the map, assess where the enemies are, and I try and single one out. I'll just try and single out one enemy who's maybe on his own. He's went a different direction from everyone else, and he's the guy I go after. Now, it's only 1 kill and 1 tag, which, yeah, it's not a lot. It's not going to get your swarm right away, but if you can pick off one enemy on his own and then find another one, kind of like the way a pack of animals hunt, like a pack of lions or a pack of wolves, they'll single out one animal. If you watch these kind of nature shows and things like that, single out one enemy and then go after him, because your chances of success are a lot higher, because you're only going for one guy. And I mean, in this game especially, there was one guy who wasn't actually playing; he was just spawning and standing there. So it was relatively easy. I racked up quite a few kills just from that guy. So if you can just pick off one enemy at a time and just take your time, instead of trying to go in and spray 3 or 4 guys, which, you know, your chances of success are very low. And I don't know what that guy was doing there. I walked right past him on the stairway, so I got very lucky. But yeah, take your time and just try and pick off one enemy at a time. Don't try and be, you know, Superman and dive in and try and spray everyone. You know, it may work for you once or twice and it'll look absolutely epic, but if you're going for your first ever swarm, you really do want to take your time and single out enemies. You want to just pick one on its own. The other best tip I can give, now there's lots of different, obviously everyone has their own perks set up and weapons set up, but I think the best perk to use when going for swarms, it's not Ghost. I don't believe it Ghost, you know, as useful as it is, but I prefer to use Blind Eye. I've always used Blind Eye just because I have the Hunter Killer curse. When someone calls in a Hunter Killer, it always kills me. So I was like, no, I'm always going to run Blind Eye, because I mean, even in this game, I dropped 3 swarms in their asses. I was going ham sauce. They still managed to call in an AGR, and they still managed to call in a Stealth Chopper. So if I didn't have Blind Eye on, the Stealth Chopper would have killed me, without question. Now when the VSAT was up, I had a VSAT up for the majority of the game. I knew where the AGR was, so I just knew to avoid that area. It was mostly in the middle of the map anyway, I would avoid most times anyway, but I would certainly run Blind Eye more than Ghost, because even if they get a UAV, they'll know where you are, but that's alright. You want the enemies to come to you. So if you're confident within your gun skill, if you've got a good shot, you've got good reactions, even if they know where you are, you're still going to beat them in gunfights. You know, that's the way I see it. You know, I feel very confident in myself. As like, no, I can beat these guys in a gunfight. You know, most of the time. And also, I got quite good advice. Obviously, use quick draw a lot of the time if you're going for swarms. You want that quick snap to take the enemies out. Even though I was always a laser sight kind of guy, but now I really have reverted more to quick draw. I think it seems to be helping me out a lot more of the time, because like I said, I've always been very good at hip firing, so I don't actually really particularly think I need to lead the laser sight. So they're my best tips. Use UAV, VSAT, Swarm, and run Blind Eye, and whatever else you want. And I'll see you next time, my friends. Adios amigos. Like the video if you did. Have a good day.